Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Abby. I'm with Fitness is Medicine, and today I'm going to show you a workout that you can do sitting on your Fitball with a pair of dumbbells. So if you don't have a Fitball, you can do this in a chair or you can do most of these standing. But doing some exercises on a Fitball requires some core activation and some balance while you're doing other exercises. So I wanted to give you a good workout that you can do utilizing both tools. So I've just picked one set of dumbbells for this entire workout. Probably a little bit lighter, kind of a medium weight, not super heavy, not super light, but kind of a medium weight. We're going to do lots of different things with them. So we're going to start with a chest press with a bridge on the ball. So just keep your dumbbells in your hands right here, and you can walk out to a bridge. So you want a comfortable spot where your shoulders and your head are resting comfortably on the ball, and you want your hips up. You don't want your hips down like this. You want to bring those hips up in line with your knees and your shoulders so that we're working those hamstrings and our glutes while we're doing this. We're going to do a chest press. So bring your arms out to the side and press up straight towards the ceiling. Now you can either bring your arms out to the side like this, like I'm doing, but if you have any elbow or shoulder pain, you can bring it in here where your elbows are closer into your rib cage and press up from there. Either one is fine. They work the muscles a little bit differently, but go ahead and do the one that works best for you and doesn't cause any shoulder or elbow pain. So we're going to try 10 of these, holding that bridge, squeezing those glutes and hamstrings. Be sure to do this next to something like a sofa or a coffee table or something, so that when you walk out into that bridge, if you do happen to lose your balance a little bit, you've got something to hang on to. All right, just refreshing my screen there. Okay, next we're going to do lateral raises. So using those same dumbbells, and you can grab smaller ones if you need to for this one. This one can be a little bit challenging. Sitting up nice and tall on that ball and just lifting those weights up to about shoulder height. You don't want to go any higher than your shoulder. Notice that I'm going almost to my shoulder, but not quite. So many people, when they start doing these, they want to take it up above their shoulder, and that's not necessary, and we don't want to create any impingement. Now, if you have a hard time taking it straight out to the side, bring it to a diagonal just a little bit. So if you'll notice, I'm not straight on, I'm not straight forward, but I'm kind of right in the middle. So a little bit more to the diagonal. Many people do have a little bit of shoulder pain just going straight out to the side. So there's no need to make that any worse or try to work through that pain. I don't like that. So if you have any pain, you can do that to the diagonal. The other thing you can do is you can take this and just keep your elbows bent and bring it out to the side like that. Also, grab a smaller set of dumbbells if it's too much. Okay, next we're going to do march kicks. So a little bit of balance, a little bit of core. Just hold those dumbbells in your hands. You don't need to be setting them down and picking them up a bunch of times. So I want you to lift your leg and kick. Again, if you have trouble balancing for something like this, do it next to a coffee table or a sofa, something that's sturdy that you can hang on to. Even your kitchen counter, this is a good time where you can, if you can either leave your weights here or set them on the floor. It might be a little safer, especially if you are worried about your weights falling on the floor. But even next to a bed, you can just set the weights in the bed and then use the edge of it for a little balance. So you're just picking up that leg, giving a little kick. This requires quite a bit of core. We're activating those large muscles in your legs by kicking, and some really good balance too. We'll do one more on each side. Okay, next we're going to do some ab leans. So we'll get some more core. We just activated a little bit. I want you to just hold these. You can kind of hold them on your legs like this. Walk out just a little, and we're going to lean back and forth like this. Now, You can keep the weights right here at your hips. You can hold them a little further down for a little more leverage. Or if you need a little bit more of a challenge, you can bring those up here. Now, bringing the weights to your chest will add more challenge to this exercise. Now, you can't see, but my heels are kind of digging in to the ground here to give me some leverage and some traction so they don't go sliding. Another way to do this is to put your feet against a wall or counter or something so that you don't feel like you're going to be sliding across the room. So either hold them here at your chest. Now see that I'm keeping my back pretty straight through this. Sometimes I have people start to kind of want to dip their shoulders back like that. You want to think about keeping your back flat. Like if we were leaning back and had a board here, we want to keep it flat against that board. Remember, you can keep it here too. Give yourself a little leverage to pull up against. And we're going to go ahead and do 10. Now, I've been talking for a while, so I'm sure you've done 10. All right, now we're going to move into an overhead triceps extension. Make sure you can see me here. So you can either use one or both of these, depending on your weights that you chose. Just bring them back behind your head like this. You want your elbows to stay close to your ears and press straight overhead like this. Now, I've chosen weights that I know that I can do all of these with. If you get to this point and 2 is too much, set one down, grab it by the edges like this, and you can do it like that. So then you're getting half the weight. Also, when you're doing it with 2, it's a little bit more difficult because they're working independently. So you grab the weights that will work for this, or like I said, grab the ends of your dumbbells to make it a little bit easier, especially if you're having any elbow pain with this. 9, 10. Okay. Next, we're going to do a bent over row. So if you're feeling good on this ball and you're not having any balance issues, we're going to continue here. For the bent over row, I'm just going to lean over. Notice that my back is nice and flat. So I don't want to be bending over like this. I'm just tipping at the hips. I'm bending at the hips, but my shoulders and my back and everything are staying in good posture, good alignment. So I'm leaning forward, and then I'm going to pull the weights up towards my armpits. I'm driving my elbows up towards the ceiling, and I want to think about squeezing my shoulder blades. So this is a really great way to incorporate our back into this dumbbell exercise workout, and our biceps as well. Our biceps are engaging doing this. Remember, keep that back nice and flat. You don't want to be bending at the shoulders like this. You don't want to dip your head. And I'm keeping my head in a good alignment here, also not looking forward like this. I want to keep it all in a good alignment to avoid any straining. Okay, good. Now we're just going to stay here on the ball and just do some hip circles. So we've done all of the exercises. This one is really restorative. So if you're having any hip or low back issues, this can feel really good to just sit on the ball and do some hip circles. I'm going to put my weights down. So I have lots of clients come in and do this one just because it feels really good. If there's any tightness in the pelvis, in the hips, in the low back, your sacrum, lots of different areas that can benefit from this. Now we're going to switch directions. Try to do this if you can in front of a mirror. When I have people first start to do this, they kind of move around like this, so their whole body is going. And I just want your hips moving here. So really, my shoulders are staying in the same spot. So it's a little bit of ankle mobility, knees, hips, back, pelvis. All of that is just, this is just a restorative position for you to do. You can sit in front of the TV and do this, rock back and forth, side to side like this, just moving your hips. If you find that you're trying to move your whole body while you're doing this, you probably need to do a little bit more of this to get that mobility. So that's just a mobility thing to do at the end. Go ahead and do these through again 2 or 3 more times. Add some cardio at the beginning and at the end, or even in between each set, to give yourself a good full workout. All right, thanks everybody. Let me know if you have any questions. Have a great week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.